Hello everybody and welcome to another guide and tutorial for the golden shot. Difficulty level is hard and we will be playing hole number 2 of the Sequoia Creek. And this is going to be an interesting one because this one looks easier than what it actually is. Will we still have a good chance to get some chests? Absolutely, but this is by far, not by far, but this is definitely by no means any of the ones where you're gonna ping and just automatically get yourself those hole-in-ones. Have to work for it, have to have a good pull angle, have to have good ball centering, and obviously have to hit perfect in the end. But if we do all of that, we can get some good chests with some good cards, and we can also get some berserker balls. But before we have a look at all the content in this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy the free guide that you get here from us, and also that you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. For those of you that do want to invest and improve your game, do like thousands of people are doing every single season, sign up to any of our premium guide packages on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. If you scan the QR code that you can see here on the screen, or use the link patreon.com/golfclashtommy that is in the description down below, that will take you to our platform with all our premium guides. You can start as low as $3 for 30 days to get the feel for it, and then see for yourself how much with some premium stuff that you can climb in this beautiful game called Golf Clash. Alright, Sequoia Creek, hole number 2. I think it is hole number 2, at least. Maybe it's hole number 3 when thinking about it a little bit more. It doesn't really matter though. It is a Sequoia Creek that we're playing. Obsidian chest for the hole-in-one. We do have the amber chest for the yellow ring. We do have crimson chest for the red ring. We do have aqua chest for the light blue ring. And then cobalt chest for the dark blue ring. Press the question mark on the top right corner to get to the frequently asked questions about the golden shot. If you do not find the answer to your question there, then you can always send in a ticket to the Golf Clash support. When it comes to the clubs that we are going to play with, we're going to play with the golden driver and wood. It all depends on if you're having headwind or if you're having crosswind/tailwind. Why can't you play the same position every single time? It's because crosswind and tailwind will not work for the rough bump that we are playing in headwind, because we will go in between clubs in tailwinds and also going to require some very awkward underpower in the more in-between winds. So it wouldn't really be for a good guide. It would be too much to risk with our free shot, because obviously regardless what chest we are really getting with our free shot, we kind of want to get something at least. We don't want to risk missing the rough and then fly and don't get any chest whatsoever. With the golden driver, we play max plus 10. With the golden wood, we play max plus 10. And with the golden driver, we play mid plus 10. Obviously, you have the VPR table on the right-hand side to follow along. And then, for the sake of the example, we do have the green ones as per the wood club, and then the red ones for the driver. But we're going to have a look at the green ones as first, which is the wood club. And this is a very simple position. It doesn't look like it when you look at it at first glance. It looks like, oh, a little bit of the blue ring inside the rough and stuff like that. But this is an NMT. It means no move with target. So when it opens up to be your turn, then you're not going to touch the target until it's time to adjust the rings. So the first thing you are going to do is have a look at the wind angle, and then you will apply spins, then you adjust and you take your shot. And that's the beautiful thing with an NMT, as we so call it, like the no move target, is that we are eliminating the element of finding your aim point, which otherwise takes some seconds and somewhat can be hard to be very consistent with. And this is the green position, if we can call it that way. We are playing here in crosswind and in tailwind. And we are then using, obviously, the green VPR table that you can see on the right-hand side. If you do have a headwind, then we're going to go for a rough bump. And now, this looks scarier than what it is. You can see that I'm aiming at the very edge of the rough line, with the second bounce before adding spins is pointing to the line between the dark and the bright green square row. That's the two reference point that you're using. Then after the adjustment, you're just going to center the ball and hit perfect. And what the headwind will do is that it will compress the flight, or the ball flight, whatever we can call it in English, and make it land further back. which means then that you will land in the middle of the rough and then roll down towards the pin. And that's why we are using these type of references when it comes to headwind, because we know that the headwind will make us fly and will land further back. So that is an important position to find before spin, because if you're adding spin before you find your position, you will be off and you will not find the correct spot. This is a route that we are only taking in headwind. Now let's have a look at the shots, and we have 4 shots for you, some with tailwind, some with headwind, and we'll start with a tailwind shot. NMT, you can see that this is more or less straight tailwind. I would say it's like a left to right tailwind slightly then. We are applying the spins as per the text guide. And then we are making an adjustment, 6.9 miles per hour, following the green table is 3.7 reins. And always to pull over the bullseye. And we center the ball and hit perfect. There we go. You can see here now that we will bounce all the way over the rough and use the backspin to slow the ball down. You can see that we come in and we are missing just left of the cup, still being very close to the cup though. And I would say when it comes to what route will be the best chance for an hole-in-one, I would say the rough bump by far, because when we bounce into the rough, we have one bounce, then a very small, then very little air time until it rolls onto the green. Whereof in the tailwind, we have a pretty big first bounce, and then we have another bounce, then we have the rollout, and that's always going to be much more difficult. A right to left crosswind tailwind with, I would say, a little bit more crosswind than what we have tailwind. Marginally, I would say, but still. We make the adjustment. And after we have made the adjustment, we do center the ball to hit perfect. Perfect ball. Bounce on the fairway and down towards the pin. And again, we're coming in a little bit too far to the left. Still getting ourselves very close to the cup. And that's kind of always my goal. Doesn't matter the difficulty level when it comes to the golden shot. My goal is to always give you a chance that take your free shot, and obviously using this guide for free to have a chance to get as worst the red ring if executed as it should be. I would oh, there we go. Now you can see we're looking to do the rough bump. We have the bullseye by the edge of the rough line with then the second bounce, the point between the line between the dark and the bright green square row. And once we have done that, we are applying the spins. 5.9 miles per hour. Now we're looking at the red table. And we're going to apply and adjust that is 3.9 rings. So we make the adjustment. Then we will be centering the ball to hit perfect. And you can see here now that it bounces into the rough, slows down, and we are just burning the edge. So close, stay in the yellow. No. So we're getting the red ring, but still, again, like I said, the rough bump, in my opinion, is getting us a better chance. Now, we do have the final shot here for you. Another headwind one to see the rough bumps. We had 2, obviously, with the no movement position, and then we do have 2 with the rough bump. So we're moving up, bullseye by the edge of the rough line once again, and then second bounce in on the line between the dark and the bright green square row. We're applying the spins, 2.5 backspin, and I'm using half a bar of right spin. Adjust for 5.7 miles per hour is 3.8 rings. And it's funny though that I think every single win we had here on these 4 videos was like with 2 uneven numbers, like 5.7, 6.3 and stuff like that, which is quite funny when the table just having the even numbers on that. But you have obviously everything on the text guide that you can follow there. Perfect ball. And we do bounce into the rough, roll down, and we like this camera angle, and it comes in and dropping nicely dead center for the hole-in-one to end up here with this golden shot version. Let's see what we do get in the obsidian chest besides the coins, the balls and the cards. All right, there we do have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's summarize here with the text guide. First and foremost, before we go into the in-depth with the text guide, as you can see here in the video on the replays, the spin boxes are not exactly the same as now. That's because I'm using older videos to compile this guide for you all. Does that mean that there are any difference when it comes setting 2.5 right spin with the old spin boxes compared to this one? No. So everything is the same. If the guide calls for 3.2 backspin, 1.2 left spin, you're gonna do the same now as we have done before. That's no change. Just that it visually looks just slightly different. Now we start on the left hand side, the green side. No move target, NMT, don't touch the target until it's time to adjust the reins. We are playing that in tailwind and crosswind, and you can see that also when it comes to the spin wheel, that you can see that the crosswind and the tailwind directions are marked or colored over as green, just to indicate that that's when we're using that type of position. On the right hand side we have the red stuff, which is rough bump, and that's only for the headwind. Bullseye just before fringe with ball guide tip in between dark/light green square rows, and that is before spin. Do not add the spin until after you have found your position, because otherwise that will throw you off. Now, spins. Direct tailwind, 4.2 backspin, left to right crosswind, tailwind, 4 backspin, half a bar of left spin. Crosswind and tailwind, right to left, 3.8 backspin, 0.8 right spin. Left to right, direct crosswind, 3.2 backspin, 1.2 left spin. Direct crosswind, right to left, 3.2 backspin, 1.5 right spin. Left to right crosswind and headwind, 2.7 backspin, 0.3 right spin. Right to left crosswind and headwind, 2.7 backspin, 0.8 right spin. And then we do have direct headwind. We do have 2.5 backspin and half a bar of right spin. This text guide can be found on golfclashtommy.com/golden shot. You can also find the link in the description down below, and obviously on various Facebook groups and stuff like that. Literally everywhere has the only free golden shot guide out there. Thank you so much everybody for watching. Don't forget to watch the other videos here on the channel, especially the medium version of the golden shot. If you're looking to improve your game even more, scan the QR code here on the screen or go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtommy. It is in the link down below. Thank you once again for watching. I wish you the best of luck in your Golf Clash game.